I'm so excited to have my guest today, Chris Hennessy, the author of Touched by Hannah.
One of the main things that Betsy brought into my life in that late 99, early 2000s was faith. The second that Hannah was born, I snapped into this energetic zone of confidence. Let's do this. I uplifted the doctors, and I just felt that whole journey when Hannah was born, 3 months premature at 1 pound. I had a voice telling me, keep doing what you're doing. Everything's going to be okay.
Right? So you go in. So this was all sort of like boom, boom, boom. Like here you are, and nothing was really prepared. You weren't prepared to have
And
a baby on.
there's nothing anywhere where you could go to prepare yourself for something like that. It's total, you know, ad lib. My PSA was high and they suspected cancer. So on June 2nd, 2009, at the biopsy, I was diagnosed with cancer, an aggressive prostate cancer. So 7 out of 8 big shot doctors I talked to said, get it out, have the surgery. So on August 3rd, 2009, I had radical prostatectomy surgery, which is kind of like taking a bullet in your belly. I almost died a couple days later. It was tough. And I was walking around after that with life-threatening side effects. I didn't know it at the time, but I had deep vein thrombosis, blood clots in both of my feet. And then just a few weeks later, on September 1st, Hannah, who was due December 7th, came suddenly on September 1st. We walked in the hospital holding hands. I was thinking we're just going for a checkup and we'll go home. I was telling Betsy, look, this 3 months from now, this is when Hannah's going to be born. I think it was about an hour later, Hannah was born. Yeah, it was a real shocking blow. He gave all
All,
the odds.
all the yes, all the things.
50% chance that she'd live. If she did live, the chances of her having a healthy life were much less than that. And all the things that he mentioned were just daunting. And that at some point in time, I just shut it off because I was thinking to myself, first we got to make her live.
And your attention to your wife is beautiful. To team up with her, right? Because she's in a moment of like, right? Just feeling
Oh my
all.
gosh, calling her a mess was an understatement. Her baby was about to be born, and she yelled and screamed, she's not going to make it. She's not going to make it. Her lungs aren't developed. I look back and I'm so proud of myself that I was able to like stop on a dime and offer her strength and help and hope, and that never left us from that moment on. We were fortunate to be in a very highly regarded NICU, neonatal intensive care unit. And the cool thing about our doctors and our team, they were team players. They included us on all the conversations, and they listened to me. I felt like they really cared. So I think it was, I mean, we're not doctors, but it still was a collaboration. They kept us abreast of everything. And to have that type of a working relationship in such a situation was comforting. It let us know we were well taken care of, even with those NICU nurses are heroes. We have faith in our daughter is going to live, and we're here for her, and we were there for her a lot. Also, being a part of the medical team that we actually love and care for to this day was crucial.
But I cannot for a second imagine what that point in time was like for you and your wife.
When stuff happens in our lives, and it's gonna happen, you can react to it or you can crawl under a rock. I felt that whole time that God was telling me, Chris, I'm here. I'm getting those wonderful tingles up and down my neck and spine right now. Aren't those are like, it's like
Yeah.
the best feeling in the world, isn't it?
I'm actually, yes.
I love that. Oh, hello. Thank you, whoever's giving me that. What was I just saying? Oh, so
You're like,
God, I felt like God was telling me, Chris, I'm here. You're doing good. Keep being Chris. I am holding Hannah's hand. Please, now and forever, always have her hold my hand back. It's pretty cool for me.
yeah.
You're having me get tears in my eyes.
So I got goosebumps all over my arms now. So
Dr. Powers on like day one or day two, he gave us the most important advice that we received in that journey. He said, Chris, as good as technology is right now, the best thing for Hannah is mommy and daddy's touch, mommy and daddy's voice, and mommy and daddy's scent. There were nights where I was there till 12, 1 o'clock, 1:30, maybe 2 o'clock in the morning. Just Hannah and I in the most difficult but the most loving bonding moments you can imagine. I made up songs, I made up prayers, and I just kept going. And one of the songs was, She's my little banana. She's my Hannah banana. I love her. I need her because she's the little girl that I love. I was bonding with my baby 3 months before I was supposed to. Being in NICU is war. We were at war. Those moments gave me strength and shaped me, helped shape me into the person that I am today.
I think that her not being on a ventilator at the very start was so wow, you know?
When Dr. Powers told us that, he said, this is the first mountain climb. We still have a range of mountains to go. I got on Facebook in like late 2007, early 2008, this new thing. And I immediately started talking about my cancer diagnosis. And then when I started talking about Hannah, I couldn't believe how many people I had listening. We had entire congregations in Pennsylvania praying for us, our congregation, people we didn't even know. And everybody couldn't believe the strength of Hannah. And we couldn't believe the strength of Hannah. And I just couldn't tell you how proud we were that this kid was able to have the strength to persevere through that and live. And I tell her now, I tell her, you know, you have no idea what happened. You weren't there, but your inner strength
Mhm.
is so strong that just imagine what you can accomplish. You have no idea the great things you're going to accomplish the rest of your life, Hannah. In my 60s, I've had 4 award-winning films. The TV show that Hannah and I created was Best New TV Series Sacramento 2019, and I wrote the book. I freaking wrote Touched by Hannah. And it's a lifetime accomplishment. Who knows what would have happened if you would have never shared your thought to me? I'm thinking Touched by Hannah, Chris. I looked at the picture of my finger in Hannah's microscopic hand and I thought, holy mackerel, I'm actually sitting there being touched by Hannah physically. I'm also being touched by Hannah mentally. Here come those wonderful feelings
Yeah, no,
again.
I have them too.
There was something going on in both of our minds, like together from long away. And it's a miracle the way it happened. But a beautiful thing. I can't even tell you how much that means to me, but you know, and I know. And you guys out there, now you know too. In 2009, I was diagnosed with aggressive prostate cancer. Well, we're 16 years later and I still have prostate cancer. About close to 6 years ago, it turned into what's called stage 4 prostate cancer. It went into my lungs. And now recently we found out it's also in my left clavicle and my mid spine and in my chest. And I put on my Facebook post, other than that, everything's fine. What I'm doing with my life is the secret to the whole thing is I'm doing what I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about creating projects. I'm passionate about writing, entertaining, filming. If I get to live, we want to make this into a film. I have another memoir book I want to write. I have a documentary I want to make. I have enough projects that would keep me busy for 20 years. So there's no doubt that that is helping me live. And like right now, going through all of this, there's nothing else I'd want to be doing right now. That's my lifetime work, and I'm sharing it with people, and I'm getting more people to read it. And it just feels freaking good. The feel good part, a lot of times, kicks the feel bad part's ass. Besides doing all of the things that I just told you I'm doing, I'm also really blessed with the best wife on the planet and the best kid on the planet. Yeah, between that and what I'm doing, you know, it's fun the whole time. Her little hands were holding my hands, and oh, it's just wonderful, wonderful. We would walk up to the flowers, and I would have smell the flowers. Oh, you want to touch them? Yeah. We'd stay there for 10 minutes touching the flower. It was during those times that a profound life change happened in my system. I learned, here they come. I learned to live life in the moment. And since those days, every day of my life, I live my life in the now, in the moment,